Good afternoon and welcome back to the RMCTC website. My name is Mrs. Hughes and I'm going to do a quick overview of the website and the different tabs that you can use to enrich your knowledge of career skills. So if you look at the homepage, which is where you are now listening to this video, there is a series of black tabs that go across it. There's the home and all of the 80s, and you probably can't see them real well on the screen, but if you pause this, go back and look, you definitely can see where they're at. There's capstone lessons, conflict resolution, entrepreneurship, and a weekly workplace. We're going to talk about those different areas and just a little bit to introduce you to this website. So the first one is your 80.1 Establish Career Goals. Just as a real quick reference, the 80s section, which are all the 80s, are required in every program area by the time a student graduates. So seniors, you may have already completed a lot of these. If you haven't, you can gladly work on them now. There is no grades at this point. This is just merely for your enrichment, but these are all good skills to have as you move forward upon graduation. So follow along with me. Have you ever thought about your career goals? Graduation will be here before you know it. So on the 80.1 tab, you can take an aptitude test, take a personality test. You can search for a career on ONET and make a cool poster. This one, by the way, is coming soon. And you can explore some cool websites. 80.2 is the job application. 80. Let's read along. Think you know how to properly fill out a job application? Have you applied for several jobs with no callback? Maybe you need some help. So you can click a link of an application that's already filled out, and can you find the errors? You can also print a blank application and fill it out and submit it to your instructor at a later date. So hold on to it if you do it. Let's look at some online information to help with phone interviews, which will lead into your interview section, or online applications as well. 80.3, compose a resume. So this is 80.3 is your resume. Let's follow along. If you're applying for a job, you need a resume. Click the link below to start your resume. So there are links on here with lots of different resumes for a lot of different program areas. If you have already done one, which you might have, it is saved. It should be saved in your school Gmail. If you've finished it, review it and update it. So if you're not sure where to get a hold of your school Gmail, you should have a school Gmail account and you should have a password. That should be given to you by your instructor. If you are not sure where your Gmail account is, please email your instructor. There is a page on the website that you can get a hold of them. They should be updating you and talking to you. Ask them for your Gmail because you can save everything to that Gmail account. One of the most important things on this page is an incorrect or misspelled resume most likely will mean you will not get the job. So it's very important to double check your work. And you can click on the links to read some tips of resumes. 80.4, job interview. Let's read along. You got the interview now. How do you land the job? Let's face it, the interview will make or break your chances of landing the job. Make sure you are ready. So you're going to research some interview questions, and it's a good idea to write them down. Think about it. Even if you don't download them and actually print them out, write them on a piece of paper, write the question, and take a few notes, summarize the notes. Just put a couple things down that you might say to answer the questions. This is a great one. Practice interviewing with your family. So give your family the paper that you've written things down on and practice interviewing. You could even videotape it and see what your progress is. You'll get better as you go along. Save the best one. Maybe you can share it in class when we come back. And use the online module to learn about interviewing. This will come later. This will be posted. You will get an access code, and you can actually use it just like if you've done OSHA. Seniors, this would be a great time to practice this as well. 80.5, compose employment letters. This is the section where you'd compose a cover letter, a thank you letter, and a letter of resignation. Check out all the websites that have different cover letters, that have different thank you letters. A handwritten thank you letter is really nice because employers can see how well you can write. Check out websites about different resignation letters, because at some point in time, you're going to have to resign from your current job to maybe get a better job. So you want to make sure you're doing that. And 80.6, participate in online job search. So there's lots of online resources to help you find jobs. For instance, did you know the Reading Eagle has an online employment section that allows you to create a profile and receive emails when jobs that match your criteria are posted? A lot of times this will help you find a job before that next person. There are a lot of other sites as well, Indeed, Monster, a lot of different sites that actually can help you get jobs around the country and sometimes even around the world. There are also good local sites where you can find some jobs, maybe just for right now, or maybe the job that's just right for you. Create a spreadsheet to keep your login account for those sites, and I will help you. Eventually, I will put a spreadsheet out there that you can almost download, work in Google Sheets, and actually use and keep track of the sites or the different sites that you've visited. The other thing I can do is you can record some positions that you might be interested in now and in the future. If you see something that's unique or different, record it. That way, when you're going through and maybe you're doing some job searching, you'll remember that you really thought that position was interesting. And the last 80 section is 80.7, and that's a career portfolio. So many of you have had great certificates from maybe sports, certificates from perfect attendance, some different things that you have gotten some great documents that would look great in a portfolio. Seniors, you will still have task lists. You will still have some special recognitions. And if you do the section on resumes, cover letters, and reference lists, you will also have that for your portfolio. Some of your instructors might require you to have an online portfolio, and we can go over and I'll show you how to get a great online portfolio where you could maybe take pictures of some of those documents and save them online. Especially in the IT and advertising area, those want portfolios to show their works. You can create a folder in Google Drive and have all your portfolio information there so you can take it along with you when you graduate. There's also a couple other tabs, and I'm going to go through these very quickly. The work-based learning capstone lessons. They're a series of lessons. They are in PDF form, so they're very easy to download and print out. You can download them, print them out. If you can't print them out, just take a sheet of paper, put your name and your program on it, and answer the questions from the module. And just put the module, I'm going to say put the module number on. So if we're checking these, or if you want to turn them into me later for some school store bucks, which I do have, you are more than welcome to do that when we return. Again, nothing is graded. ESSA conflict resolution. This is for 10th graders. Most of you have already done this. And entrepreneurship is for 11th graders. These, again, are not required right now, but they are going to be, they are required as part of your graduation requirements as well for your homeschools. So this one in particular, I'm going to put a circle there. Many of you 12th graders, you've done these, but many of 10th and 11th graders have not done this. This is something you can download and work on now. If you get them done early, then you won't have to sit in class to complete them later on. They will be done in school when we return as well, but if you want to do them early, absolutely do them early. And if you can't do them online or have to download them, you can fill them out by hand and we can scan them in the computer when we get back together again. And for seniors or people that have done this, share these with your family and friends. They are good information for everybody. And the last thing is the weekly workplace, which are kind of some cool lessons of grab and go that you can just look at and learn about. There's one there now about a W-2 form, and there'll be some others posted as we move forward. Sorry, I'm going to go back. The last thing I'm going to tell you is there are assessment modules at the bottom. These are not required at this point, but I did want to, and they are not on the site right now, but I did want to share them with you just in case you're choosing to save your documents. There's no grading done, but the true goal is to enrich your knowledge and career skills. Look over these. It's a really cool assessment page because it will give you a lot of choices to use, not requiring you to do everything in order to get this task completed. So just check it out when you're on. Those will be coming as we complete the modules a little bit at a time. So thank you very much for everything. Have a great day, and I'll see you back at the workplace website soon. Bye-bye.